All right, hey Shani, and I'm back with an episode of Shani's Lab. So I wanted to come in here and talk about the movie 1408. This is another movie review. So it's this movie called 1408. It's like a horror sci-fi film. Samuel L. Jackson stars in it. He stars as the hotel manager. So it's about this writer, right? And he had just lost his daughter a year before, and he split up with his wife because their daughter had cancer. Which was really sad. And he had like a lot of issues with his dad because his dad didn't believe in his writing or whatever. So what he did was he would go around to different haunted hotels and different places that are perceived to be haunted, and he would write stories about them or whatever. So it gets to this one, he gets this flyer in the mail for this strange hotel that he's never heard of, and he Googles it, researched it, and he goes there and he wants to stay in the room 1408. And they kept telling him, it's unavailable, it's unavailable, it's unavailable, it's unavailable. So, he calls lawyers or whatever, and, he gets to the hotel and he's like 1408. And, the desk attendant is like, I'm going to get the manager for you. So the manager, who was Samuel Jackson, they go into his office and he's trying to talk him out of staying in the room. He's like, well, do you know what happens in this room? He's like, yeah, it's perceived to be haunted. He's like, no, 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 no. There has been over 56 deaths in that room. He was like, it's a fucking evil room. He was like, I'm not trying to bullshit you. He was like, I'm actually trying to save you. He was like he did do a lot. He was like, is there anything I could do or say to get you to not stay in this room? There was nothing he could do. He was so determined to give his readers that story. So he stayed in the room anyway. Now he goes into the room, and a bunch of paranormal shit starts happening. You have people, ghosts jumping out the windows. You have ghosts trying to attack him. Uh, Stuff is turning on by itself. Things are turning on by itself. Like the room becomes a damn snowstorm. It rains in the room. He tries to get help from another window, but he was just looking at himself. The room really is, and it really was an evil haunted room. And the whole time watching this movie, I can't really explain all the scenes, but you get what I'm saying, right? It was a bunch of paranormal. There was a lot of paranormal stuff happening. Like I said, you got ghosts running around, jumping out of windows. Basically, you seeing all the people who stayed there before. You're seeing their ghosts and their spirits, linger around in the room. And the crazy thing about the room is he's like, there's no swipe key, and the manager's like, no, swipe keys don't work for that room. You got to have a real key. And once you in there, you in there. Like, he couldn't get out. He tried to climb out the window. That didn't work. He called his wife. He was really stuck in that room. And every time he would open the refrigerator, it would be like a portal to like some different world. And the crazy part about the movie is that it gets to a part where you think he had gotten out, right? But it was really all just in his head. Like, the room really plays with your psyche. Like, this movie is kind of hard to review because of how it went, and then supposedly it's 3 different endings to it. But I'm telling you, it was a really good movie, and the whole time you're just like, this is weird. Like, the room was like a concentrated evil. And I'm not going to give away the ending because I feel like the ending is the best part. So, if you ever want to give it a chance, just definitely, give it a chance. If you're into like horror, sci-fi, thriller, whatever, it's called 1408. Just give it a chance.